Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I'm your host, Marissa. I'm here with my co-host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Sunday. Oh my god. We're already halfway through January as of today.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. It's going by pretty quick, which is a good thing because I hate winter and my skin has been acting up with this winter season, so I really am hoping that winter goes by quick. So far it has. We're already halfway through January. We just have February and March to get through, so I think we should be fine.
Yeah, and where I'm at, it's kind of getting chilly, but it's not really chilly. But
Right. Well, I hope everybody had a really good weekend. I had a really good weekend. Unfortunately, though, tonight I've got a little headache right now, but I should be okay. Um, I think it's just because, yeah, I'm not gonna get into it. But, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. It's gonna be a really good episode. I've had this episode in the making for about a month now. Um, we were originally going to do this episode back in December of 2022. However, I had to swap this episode out with Daisho's birthday episode. So I pushed this episode back a whole month, which is fine. Luckily for me, and I think Daisho as well, we both had our notes done ahead of time. So,
yeah, I had mine I think a few months in advance when
yeah,
you announced it.
so did I. So tonight's episode is Top 20 WWE pay-per-view themes from the 2000s era. What I mean by 2000s is from the years 2000 all the way to 2009. So any pay-per-views from that time frame will count in this video.
which
Now,
it's kind of hard to pick through.
it is. There is a lot to go through. Um, but we narrowed it down to our top 20 just to make it a little bit easier because if we did top 10, it would have been even harder to pick. So I figured let's just do top 20, make it fair. Um, so WWE pay per view themes in the 2000s were mainly known for their rock music. I'm talking Stain, Shinedown, AC/DC, Aerosmith. Um, Veer Union also made an appearance. Trust Company and Puddle of Mud were like two of the big ones back in the day. Seether, and much more. I don't
Hmm.
know why they kind of got rid of this theme, like this kind of like genre theme, I guess we could say, as we approach the 2010s. But I really wish they'd run that back. I really wish they'd bring it back. Rock stuff for the pay per view themes now, but I take it over. So
Yeah, and it's like speaking of the music and stuff, that I wish they would bring back old sets and stuff for the pay-per-views and
oh
stuff.
yeah, I agree. Like the old SmackDown set, even just for SmackDown.
Hmm.
Oh, that'd be dope. So I figured we're gonna do this episode to give you guys a little bit of nostalgia, especially if you are a 2000s kid or born in the late 90s and grew up with the 2000s stuff. This is for you. So we're basically just gonna do like we do with any other top whatever video. We're gonna go from 20 to 1 in this case, and then we'll talk at the end why we chose what we chose. So I do have every single pay per view written down per song, just so you guys know which pay per view each song came from. So I don't know about you, Dish. I don't know what you did as either. So
I did the song, I did the pay-per-view, and then I did the artist,
okay,
so I know which one to say which one.
okay. So who's going first?
I'll let you go first if you want.
All right, let me lick my lips here so I don't get dry mouth here. Disclaimer: I don't smoke.
I gotta
That
get
fucking
this.
just that one SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob's gonna play Squidward's clarinet and he's like licking his lips and shit. Like, and then by the time he gets to the first note, Patrick's like, "Music's not important either."
This is not important.
All right, so I'm going to start from 20 and go down to 1. So at number 20, I've got Big Time by Peter Gabriel from WrestleMania 22, which took place in 2006. Number 19, I've got Save Me by Shinedown from No Mercy 2005. Number 18, I've got You Gotta Move by Aerosmith from SummerSlam 2009. Number 17, I've got Devour by Shinedown from Night of Champions 2008. Number 16, I've got Run by Day of Fire from Unforgiven 2006. Number 15, I've got Nothing Left to Lose by Puddle of Mud from the 2004 Royal Rumble. Number 14, I've got Find the Real by Alter Bridge from the 2005 Royal Rumble. Number 13, I've got Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC from WrestleMania 25, which took place in 2009. Number 12, I've got Rise Today by Alter Bridge, which was from Unforgiven 2007. Number 11, I've got Downfall by Trust Company from Vengeance 2002. Number 10, I've got Get Through This by Art of Dying from Survivor Series 2009. Number 9, I've got Spoilin' for a Fight by AC/DC from Survivor Series 2008. Number 8, I've got Enemy by No Way Out 2005. Number 7, by from SummerSlam 2005. Number 6, I've got Hell Yeah by Red Theory from One Night Stand 2008. Okay, now we're at the top 5. So number 5 is Let It Rock by Kevin Rudolph from the Royal Rumble 2009. Number 4, I've got Famous by Puddle of Mud from the One Night Stand pay-per-view in 2007. Number 3, I've got Stronger by Trust Company from Backlash 05. Number 2, I've got Seasons by the Veer Union from Backlash 09. And number 1, I've got Eyes Wired Shut by Edgewater from Backlash 04. Whew.
Okay. So I think two of the songs on my list we have in common.
Jesus fuck. This is not good.
But they're in completely different places.
That's okay.
I kind of went from like you'll see. So my top 20, I did Cocky from the Royal Rumble 02 from Kid Rock. I did Theory of a Dead Man with a Deadly Game from No Way Out 06. I got All Summer Long by Kid Rock as well from Backlash 08. I did Lonely Train from Great American Bash 06. I think that's Blackstone Cherry. I could be wrong about that. Number 16, I did This Fire Burns from Judgment Day 06 from Killswitch Engaged. I did Save Me from No Mercy 05, which is number 15. Number 14 is There and Back Again from Backlash 07 from Daltrey. Excuse me. Number 13 is Stricken by Disturbed on New Year's Revolution 06. The Hives with Tick Tick Boom from Survivor Series 07. Number 11 is Seether's Fake It from No Way Out 08. Number 10 is Enemy from Fozzy on No Way Out 05. Number 9 is Ugly from the Xyz from Survivor Series 04. Number 8 is Eyes Wired Shut from Edgewater from Backlash 04. Number 7 is numbers. I think I put Enemy twice, so it was on Unforgiven 03 and then I think No Way Out 05.
Huh.
Okay. I think I put it twice, but all right. Number 6 is Remedy from Seether on Backlash 03. And now we're in my top 5. Here we go. So my number 5 was Fight Song from Invasion 01 from Marilyn Manson. Bring Me to Life, my number 4 from Evanescence from No Way Out 03, which I mean that song is iconic in its own way. Number 3 is Seether with Broken from Judgment Day 02. And my number 2 is Drowning Pool with Bodies from SummerSlam 01. And then my number 1 is Limp Bizkit with My Way from WrestleMania 17.
Okay, wow, we had definitely different completely different lists. However, so you said Remedy from Seether, right? What number was that?
6.
Mine was number 7. I put it's from SummerSlam '05 because
Hmm.
that was the pay-per-view with Hulk Hogan versus HBK.
Okay, so I messed up there.
It's okay. It's okay. Just wanted to make it clear to everybody out there. Yeah, we are kind of on the same page on where that goes on our list. Like right around the same area, 6 or 7.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of glad we agree on that. And Enemy as well with Fozzy. I have that as my number 8. So it's kind of cool we have that on our list. I'm really surprised you didn't put any ACDC on there.
Well, this was
Well,
this was before the AC/DC stuff. So, and plus, like, I don't think I remember any of those pay-per-views like than these.
I remember the Survivor Series '08, which was the theme song was Spoiling for a Fight from AC/DC's album Black Ice, which just came out that year. Um,
Hmm.
the cover of the poster was Cena. Cena looked really pissed off. He's ready for a fight. I
Oh
think this was
yeah,
during the Chris Jericho feud he had.
yeah, because I think that was like Cena, and then Jericho was World Heavyweight Champion,
Yeah, this was like Jericho's big heel run. I remember that.
where he punched Shawn Michaels' wife in the face.
Yeah, Jericho was hated by a lot of wrestlers that year. I remember that. Um, but yeah, I had two ACDCs. I had that one, and then I had WrestleMania 25's Shoot to Thrill from Back in Black. Excuse me.
Back to
That was
black.
that was WrestleMania 25. Obviously, everybody knows WrestleMania 25. It was Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, their first encounter at WrestleMania. Out of the two encounters they had,
Hmm.
um, awesome freaking match. Awesome entrance by Shawn, dressed all in white. I love that.
It was like evil, and then Shawn Michaels was the light,
He was
which
heaven.
kind of, yeah, he was heaven, and Undertaker was the hell. It's like I was surprised that like at 26 when they did it like the next year, like run it back and stuff like that. I was surprised that they didn't do it like how they did with Triple H and stuff. Which I mean, I was all right. That's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah, it is kind of cool, but um, yeah. So before we continue on with the rest of our lists here, I just want to make a disclaimer. We will be doing a 2010s edition, which will be from 2010 to 2019. So we will be doing that as well sometime this year. Don't know when yet. That one's gonna be a little more tricky because I'm not familiar with a lot of those pay-per-views.
Whereas I am, so
Yeah, I kind of like stopped watching after 2017, so I kind of like faded away. Plus, I'm not interested in pop as much. Pop is not my thing, and like I said, after 2010, they kind of switched to the pop thing because they
mhm.
wanted to target their audience, like towards kids and
Younger
stuff.
audience,
Yeah, which kind of sucks for us old folks over here who like rock
us
and
old folks.
dad rock. Like there's a lot of dad rock groups on here. Like Puddle of Mud would be one, Trust Company, Seether, Shine Down. I kind of consider Shine Down dad rock. AC/DC for sure. Aerosmith, like old school.
Hmm.
Now I don't know. Like I kind of feel bad. I put Shine Down kind of low because I am a really kind of like underground Shine Down fan. I like a lot of their stuff.
Oh, me too.
They
That.
played a big role in 2020 for me and 2021 too when I
Mhm.
was going through some tough shit. Um, Man, I kind of feel bad I put them so low, but just know that they did make my top 20 and I'm really happy they did. Um, Now, I'm I didn't even notice this till now. My top three are all backlash themes.
That's funny.
That wasn't even intentional either. Like that was just like how I wanted my songs to go. Like I had those three songs in my top three because like they're my absolute favorites and I love them. Um,
Right.
Starting with Trust Company's "Stronger," it's a song that I can relate to on a personal level because it's about overcoming like kind of something difficult. Like you're stronger now that you're farther away from a person. Like I'm stronger, like being away from my ex, for example, or being away from people that have screwed me over in the past. Like I'm stronger now out of that, out of losing them. And it's just a song I really have come to love. And I love Trust Company in general. They're a really, really underrated group from the 2000s. I really wish more people would check them out. Um, I always used to get them and Puddle of Mud mixed up. I don't know why.
I think it's just because they had the exact same kind of sound, and that's probably why.
Yeah,
But
that's probably why.
um, but yeah, it's like those like Trust Company and Puddle Mud and stuff like that. Those were like the two like biggest like groups that they had around that time frame for
Yeah, and I
their
can definitely say
games.
those two groups definitely benefited from WWE using their songs because they got more
Hmm.
sales.
For sure.
Now, I've heard a lot of shit about Puddle of Mud, like bad shit. I don't know why. I don't know where. I don't even remember where this was coming from.
I think it was just because they had done a cover of a song. I can't remember
I
which
know they
one
did a
it is.
cover of a Nirvana song.
Yeah, I think it was just because the lead singer kind of like
Squeaky.
yeah, he was squeaking the voice a little bit, and I mean not in a bad way, but it was like, it was acoustic, it was live. I mean, it was like unplugged, so it's like you can't do really much. But
Right.
it was just like him like getting like a lot of flack from it,
Yeah.
which I mean, it's unplugged. I mean, you can't do shit, so
Right, and I personally like Puddle of Mud's music. Their stuff's pretty good. It's another group I really wish a lot of people would actually take a chance to listen to.
mm,
Like my number four was Famous from One Night Stand '07. I love that song.
yeah, it's like I didn't look at the lyrics very much, but then like when I looked at it again, I was like, oh my God, I was like, I was ad-libbing a lot of that shit.
I think a lot of us used to ad lib a lot of songs. I think I still do up to this day with certain songs that I've just recently found.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I think Famous also made it to SmackDown versus Raw '08, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think it is. Yeah.
I never had that game, but I saw a TikTok. Somebody posted like a nostalgia, like SmackDown versus Raw '08, like main menu screen, and it had that song on it. And
Hmm.
I'm just like, wow, that's
It's
pretty
like
cool.
it was like anything from like SmackDown versus Raw like '07 to '08. It was like really good music. I think
Even
like
'09 too.
'09, yeah, like '09 too. I
I
think like
have '09.
I think like 2010 was kind of like it was like okay. So,
Yeah, I have '09. And I've got the whole music lineup memorized. Like they had some underground groups that I've never heard of before. Like I think it was the X's were on there.
yeah, Exy.
Um, oh, what the frick's that group called? Fuck. You make me sick. And I love what we're doing here. I'm trying to think. Isn't it Egypt Central?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
That's
sounds
who
like
it
it's
is.
yeah, it sounds like Egypt Central.
Yeah, they had two songs by Egypt Central on there. I'm like, wow, like that's awesome. Like give them, some more
Props.
buys. Like that's cool. Like I shouldn't. I know a lot of people are probably like, "Oh, why are you praising WWE?" Well, I'm praising them up for this fact: the fact that they used to, I should say, they used to promote a lot of these underground rock bands that didn't really get enough attention back in the day. They promoted them so much that they actually reached the mainstream stuff. Like
Hmm.
I think I've heard Puddle of Mud on the radio before.
Yeah. And plus they did the exact same thing with like Seven Dust too, like before and they launched them into the mainstream.
Yeah, and Buckcherry as well.
Hmm. So like a lot of these names that a lot of people didn't know is because of WWE.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Now, what was okay? So your number one was Limp Biscuit, correct?
Yep, my way.
What pay per view was that?
WrestleMania 17 in Houston, Texas, I should
Holy
say.
shit, that was ages ago.
It was '01.
I like Limp Bizkit. I haven't listened to
Limp
a lot of
Bizkit.
their stuff. I like I think he did a cover of Behind Blue Eyes.
Hmm.
I like that song. I've heard of My Way. I do like it. Um, just it doesn't make my list. It's not a song that I can listen to a lot. It's just like a once in a while kind of thing for me. But
Oh, whereas me, like I'll listen to it on repeat every day.
maybe it's just because like Limp Bizkit's not like my go-to. Like it's just like a okay. Like if I hear it on a shuffled playlist, like I'll listen to it. But like it's not something that I will choose at will to play. Like I will not like press that song or whatever. Like you get what I'm saying?
I understand that, yeah. It was like it was between this one and I think they did Crack Addict
I
at May
love Crack
19.
Addict.
They did that in May in 19, and then they did like the live performance of Rollin'
Oh,
for
for
the
Taker.
for Taker, which was like awesome. Like it gives me goosebumps right now because it's like I'm like, holy shit, like could you just imagine
Now the
like
weird
just
thing
being in the
is,
crowd?
I could not find Crack Addict on Spotify.
It's one of those like songs that's like you cannot find anywhere on Spotify. I think you could probably find it on YouTube,
YouTube. I
but
found it
not
on YouTube, but
Spotify. I think it's just like something to do with like not copyright, but like
it was an
some
unreleased song. It's kind of like one of those songs that didn't make it to the album.
kind of almost like a backtrack sort of thing.
Yes. Now Spotify, please, 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 please put it on. Like, please, like that's one song I actually will listen to besides Rollin', because I know that one too. Um,
Rolling.
but again, like Limp Bizkit's not my go-to for music, but I will listen to them once in a while if it comes up on like a shuffle playlist or something. But I do like that song "Crack Addict." It's really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Right now, let's go, you and
Make a
me,
rap.
toe to toe. Oh man. So my number one, of course, I think you probably predicted this as well. Dystro. Eyes Wired Shut by Edgewater from '04's Backlash. If y'all know me well enough, and if you guys saw our pay-per-views video we did from 2000 to 2009, where we ranked our favorite pay-per-views of all time, Backlash '04 was my number one pay-per-view, and still is up to this day, probably my favorite pay-per-view of all time. Um, just because of not only the main event, which was the kind of rematch between HBK, Triple H, and Benoit for the World Heavyweight Championship, but because of the Orton versus Foley match, which really gave Orton his stripes that night. It really put him on the map.
Yeah. It was funny that you mentioned the main event again because I was listening to a podcast that I listen to a lot, and they were doing like the draft lottery that year, and this was the year where Triple H had got drafted to SmackDown from Raw, and
Oh,
Triple H was like, "What the
I
fuck?"
remember that. He spit out his water. He's like, "What
He's like,
the fuck?"
he did a spit take
And fucking
on people.
Kane was laughing in the back, like
And like Flair was flipping out. Like he could have probably gigged or something. You never know.
he could have had a fucking
Um,
stroke.
yeah, show your pacemaker, kid. um, but like I remember that because like I think like it was like Heyman had drafted the Dudleys, or no, Bischoff drafted the Dudleys to SmackDown for Triple H to come back to Raw.
Damn.
He drafted two guys just to get one guy back.
What the fuck? But yeah, I could definitely say that Eyes Wired Shut by Edgewater. Now, Edgewater is a really, really underrated group. Like, hands fucking down. I literally
Mhm.
know nobody besides you that knows Edgewater. Now, their lead singer passed away, oh god, quite a while ago, like years and years ago. Unfortunately, he was only in his 40s when he passed. I guess he had like heart failure or cardiac arrest or something. Um, I really don't know what exactly happened or what caused it, but rest in peace, bless his soul. Very, very underrated group from the 2000s, and I really wish that WWE would have came across some more of their stuff, but we got blessed with Eyes Wide Shut, and it really fit the theme of Backlash perfectly, considering the poster was a picture of Benoit just up close.
Mhm. This is like a few years before, that stuff had happened and stuff.
Right. This was 3 years prior.
Yeah.
But man, what a freaking song. I definitely would recommend y'all to go listen to that song. If I had to recommend any song from my list, it has to be that one. It is so good. Again, it's a band that I wish got more attention back in the day, and even now, like as a rocker here, like I really wish they got more attention. But yeah. So let's hear about your list just a little bit more. So pick a song, pick a pay per view, do what you got to do. We'll talk about it.
um. Oh, okay. What about my number 9, which was Survivor Series '04?
Okay, so what song was that?
That was Ugly by the X's.
Wait a minute. Oh shit, that was my. Okay, so I have three honorable mentions. That was my second honorable mention.
Wow.
Yeah, I have three honorable mentions. I have that. I have Stand Up for Rock and Roll by Airborne, which is the '08 Royal Rumble theme. And I also have Stricken by Disturbed, which was New Year's Revolution 2006.
hmm
Couldn't fit them on there, but I love actually, yeah, the X's. That's that same group from SmackDown versus Raw '09, I believe, that I heard. Um really good group. Another underrated group that I'm glad WWE kind of helped promote. Um Man, I don't remember that pay-per-view though.
The pay-per-view itself, it was okay, but it was like the main event was Team Orton, which was Orton, uh, Benoit, Hardcore Holly, and Maven, and it was Triple H, Edge, I think, or no, Hardcore Holly was in the opening match. What am I thinking about? Um, I think it was Orton, Shawn, I think.
So we
It,
had like two of those 5-on-5 matches.
yeah, it was 5-on-5, but I can't remember like the main event one. I know it was Orton versus Triple H's team. I can't remember the other
So
people.
I'm looking right now. The actual main event match was Batista against King Booker. Last chance match for the world heavyweight title. If King Booker had gotten disqualified or counting out, he would have lost the title. Batista defeated King Booker. So the two 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches is Team DX, I believe.
No, this was '04 Survivor Series.
Oh wait, what the fuck? Why do I have 2006 on here? Oh, I was thinking of New Year's Revolution. I'm so sorry. Survivor Series. No, really, my fucking notes are messed up. I don't know why
Oh
I
my
put
god.
'06. So the results for that? Oh, well, even then that's still a little weird. I don't know why it's still saying that.
It's like I
So we
know it was
had we had
Team Orton.
fucking Team Orton, yeah. I don't know who Maven is. I don't remember Maven.
Maven was the Tough Enough winner who was like hardcore champion for a few times, and he eliminated the Undertaker with a drop kick,
Okay. I don't remember him at all. So Triple H's team was Batista, Edge, Ric Flair, and Snitsky. I
including
don't
Triple H. So
Yeah, with Triple H. And then Orton was Orton, Benoit, Jericho, and Maven. Okay. Yeah, I didn't start watching wrestling until '07, which was the following year during I started with ECW though, like with Morrison and stuff.
WWE CW was pretty fucking good for
Yeah.
for Fire.
Yeah, they had, The Miz, Morrison, they had Punk.
Punk.
Um that's all I could think of.
They had like
Tommy
they had like
Dreamer.
yeah, they had Tommy Dreamer, they had like Sandman, they had Sabu, RVD. They had Big
Big
Show,
Daddy
like,
V.
oh God. And that's like that was like Viscera and stuff, like, before he got all tatted up and stuff. Um, Sandman was there, like I said, like, Sabu, RVD, like Big Show won the title and kept it for like forever.
Jeez.
Like, they had some good people, but it's just like they just didn't get like off the ground like they should have.
Yeah, I agree with that. Um, is there any other songs you want to go over?
Um, Maybe Bring Me to Life
Okay,
from
yeah.
No Way Out '03.
Oh, okay. We can do that one. Obviously, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. That's a classic song from the 2000s. Like,
Hmm.
Evanescence themselves didn't need a boost at all. Like, they were already, gaining traction.
Mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I like some of their stuff. That song's really good. Again, it's not a go-to group for me, but their stuff is really good. I'm gonna admit to that. Any group that has a female vocalist is automatically good in my book. I feel like female vocalists, especially in our time, like for rock groups, are very, very underappreciated. They definitely deserve a lot more recognition than they already get. Um, because, like I said, just because a man can do something doesn't mean a female can't. Like, females can fucking sing in a rock group. Like, females shouldn't always have to stick to pop or hip hop and stuff like that, or country. Rock is for everybody, rock is for all genders. And I'm firmly going to stand by that statement. Um, Evanescence, oh man. Like, I remember they had that song, they had Call Me When You're Sober.
Hmm.
Amy Lee had done a collab with Seether, right?
Broken.
Or Broken. And
Hmm.
then My Immortal is another song that I remember she did with
Hmm.
Evanescence.
Going Under is a good
Going
one.
Under is another good one. I can't think of any other ones out right now. Like, my brain's like fuzzy.
Uh, oh, Everybody's Full.
Ah,
That's a good one too.
that is a good one. Yeah, so I can see why they used Bring Me to Life in that pay per view. It kind of fits. I believe the poster cover was Scott Steiner
Yes, I
flexing.
think so. Yeah. Who's the man?
You see
um,
these all men are created equal. Oh wait, wrong timing.
all created equal. Um, but the that pay per view, it was okay. Um, I remember it kind of vividly because like I had watched like one of the matches on it. But the main event was Rock versus Hogan 2.
Oh wow, Brock and
This was like
Hogan.
this was Hollywood Rock
Oh, Rock.
versus,
Okay, I
yeah,
said
The
Brock. I would have liked to see Brock, but
Rock. Well, they were gonna do it. They were gonna do Brock versus Hogan, but like it was like Hogan was like, "No, I'm not. That's not gonna work for me, brother."
jeez. So I think I've got one more song I'm going to discuss. It's my number 5 from Royal Rumble '09, Let It Rock by Kevin Rudolph. Now, let me fucking tell you this.
Oh, here we go.
So, Kevin Rudolph was a really, really underground singer. Like, I don't know if I consider him rock or pop. He's like a pop rock kind of singer for me.
Yeah, I would say pop rock.
He is fucking amazing. I have been listening to him since I was a kid, just because of WWE. WWE really helped put him on the map. They've used a lot of his music in pay per views. Like, I Made It was the song I Made It from Cash Money Heroes, which features Kevin Rudolph, Lil Wayne. I think I can't remember the other people, but I remember they used it on one pay per view. Oh, what the fuck was it? Wasn't it like WrestleMania 26? I believe
Uh,
it was 26. Yes, because that's the second Shawn Michaels thing. So
yeah.
that song will be mentioned, I am thinking, in the next episode we do with this. But, anyways, Kevin Rudolph, man, he is awesome. And he's still making music to this day. He's not as active in music as he used to be, but he's still putting out stuff. And his stuff is still getting used in pay per views to this day. I believe they just used one of his not too long ago. I'm going to go look real quick. Oh, let me see. Yeah, they used I Made It in WrestleMania 26. Let It Rock was used in '09. I'm trying to see here though. When was the last one used? Blaze of Glory was featured on the WWE Tough Enough soundtrack in 2015.
Hmm.
Wow, holy shit. Good for him. Um, but yeah. Now, let me see. Rudolph had I just wanted to give you a little fun fact. Rudolph has co-written and produced records for Weezer before,
Hmm.
which is huge because like I am a Weezer fan, you're a Weezer fan. Um, so that's pretty fucking cool if you ask me. Oh, and they also used "Don't Give Up" for a SummerSlam pay-per-view as well. I believe it's SummerSlam 2012. Um,
It would
and
fit.
oh, okay. So here's the other one. So the other song they used was "Do You Feel Me" for the TLC pay-per-view, I believe in 2019. And they also used what the fuck? It's for Night of Champions 2012. I literally think the song's called Champions.
Hmm.
Wow. So they've used a lot of his music for pay-per-views. I'm really happy about that as a Kevin Rudolph fan. Um, if you're into like a pop kind of sound, but also like a little bit of rock mixed into it, like with guitars and stuff, please go listen to him. His stuff's really good. He's like a WWE kind of like pillar for theme songs. He's been around for quite a while. So he's absolutely cool. And I really think that song itself fits the Royal Rumble '09 vibe very well. I don't even remember who won that Rumble.
'09.
Yes. Wasn't it Orton?
Oh God.
Hold up.
Uh,
Google We Need You.
yes, because he goes on to face Triple H, or no, does
Randy
it's been
Orton won the
okay.
2009 Royal Rumble match and went on
Oh,
to face
okay.
Triple H.
Yeah, because I remember, because it's like if Triple H got disqualified, he would lose the title and give it to Orton,
Wow.
which was the stupidest fucking stipulation of all time.
Jeez. Well, huh. I think that's going to put a wrap on this episode of our top 20 WWE pay-per-view themes from the 2000s era. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do you agree with any of our lists, guys? Let us know in the comments or on social media. I'd like to hear from you guys. Um, I think I can definitely speak for both of us. We had pretty solid lists.
Yeah, I would say so.
So we got a couple things to discuss before concluding tonight's episode. One being our next episode. So our next episode is Shoot the Shit. We're doing another Shoot the Shit episode. As promised, I try to do it once a month with you guys just to unwind and kind of give us like a mental break from taking notes or having like a certain topic to talk about for an episode. So we are doing third episode of Shoot the Shit this Thursday coming up. So if you guys are interested, feel free to come and join. Shoot the shit. We just talk about anything, really. Anything that comes to mind. Hear a good song? Talk about it. Did you watch a good movie? Talk about it. Like, just anything that comes to mind, we talk about. So it's going to be fun. Um, I hope you guys come and join us. And now we have my song of the night brought to you by yours truly. Um, Jeez. So earlier today, I heard a song on the radio that I actually hadn't heard in quite a while. It's by Tom Petty, and the song's called Mary Jane's Last Dance. Now, if you guys know me well enough, I'm a pretty big Tom Petty fan, and as Dystro knows as well.
Mhm.
Um, so I figured I'd make that tonight's song of the night just because it has a really relaxing, smooth vibe to it. Not to mention, in the music video, Tom Petty's dancing with an actor who's trying to play a dead corpse. So, it's a really good song, though. I would definitely recommend you guys to listen to that. So, if you guys are interested in hearing Mary Jane's Last Dance by Tom Petty, be sure to go and listen to that by clicking on the top right hand corner of this episode. The link should pop up with the video go ahead and take a listen. It's also on Spotify too if you guys want to find it there. I probably should mention that from now on because I know a lot of people probably still use Spotify like I do and you do. So it's on Spotify if you guys want to go find it there as well. Really, really good song for a good, relaxing Sunday night. So, if you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Be sure to go follow us on social media by clicking on the link in the description below, which will take you to the link tree, which has everything there that you guys need, such as Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok, as well as Dystro's gaming YouTube channel, which he uploads weekly. He uploads a lot of gaming content. He just put some Gang Beast stuff up from this past Friday, not too long ago, along with some other clips from earlier today, I believe he uploaded. So, yeah, be sure to go subscribe to him too. We're trying to get into 300 now because he hit his 200 subscriber goal not too long ago.
Yeah, it was like
So,
sometime like I think like beginning of January.
yeah, it's pretty early on in the year, so I'm quite happy about that. So let's get into 300, guys. Go subscribe, go watch the stuff. Follow us on social media to keep up to date with the podcast in case something goes wrong and we need to postpone the upload. And yeah, that's it. Be sure to listen to tonight's Song of the Night by Tom Petty. And thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch you guys this Thursday. Peace.
Peace.